This is a quick video to show how equation editor works for short answer or essay questions. Okay, so if we want to solve the following quadratic equation, I'm going to want you to show your work. So first of all, over here is where the button is for the equation. Okay, you have to enter one line at a time. So the first thing I do to solve this is factor. So x squared minus 3x plus 2 factors to x minus 2 and x minus 1. So I'm going to do parentheses x, I'm just typing in x minus 2, and I'm arrow over parentheses x minus 1, parentheses, and then equals 0. Okay? And then I'm going to hit enter to go to a new line. I'm going to hit the equation editor button again, because I need to show then where I set each equation equal to 0. So I'm going to write x minus 2 equals 0. And then you can't space or anything, so I just have to hit insert. And you'll have to go over to move it to the other line. I'm going to hit type in or, and I need another equation. X minus 1 equals 0. Okay? And then finally, I'm just going to write my answers, x equals 2 and x equals 1. You don't need to show me the step where you add 2 to both sides or add 1 to both sides. That's basic middle school algebra. So from here, you can just say x equals 2 or x equals 1. Okay. So that problem is done. Let's look at our second problem. Simplify the rational expression. So this is something we're going to be doing in this chapter. So don't worry, at least we're going to do it in the review chapter. Don't worry if you don't remember how all of this works. So first of all, I can factor the numerator and denominator, but I got to keep it as a fraction. So I'm going to go to the equation editor. I'm going to click here is where I can find a fraction. And let's see, x squared plus x minus 6 factors to x plus 3, x minus 2. Okay, so I'm still working in the numerator here. And then I'm going to arrow down to go to the denominator. X squared minus 6x plus 8 factors to x minus 4 and x minus 2. Okay, so that's the first step, is factoring the numerator and denominator. Okay, well, what I see can happen is that my x minus 2 and x minus 2 will cancel. I need to make a note that x cannot equal 4 or positive 2, positive 4 or positive 2, because then I get a denominator of 0. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here. And then a not equal is right here. Not equal 2 or 4. And it's fine, you can leave it right there or the next line. Okay, so the next step would be that my x minus 2's cancel. So that means I'm just left with x plus 3 over x minus 4. And that is actually the whole answer. So x plus 3 for x minus 4. It's fine to keep these in parentheses, but if it's the only thing, they have invisible parentheses around them, so you don't have to use the parentheses, but like I said, it's fine if you do. Okay, so that's my answer, x plus 3, x minus 4, and that's as simplified as it gets. Okay. Some other functions of the equation editor are like exponents, so I'm not going to use this, but I can have like x, if I want x squared, I got to type in x, and then I'm going to use this button here to show there's an exponent, and then I can type in x squared, and then it looks like that. That doesn't answer this question, but that's how you use an exponent. Okay, so when you're showing your work, you need to show the critical pieces. So make sure, like up here, In the first problem, like I said, you didn't need to show me plus 2 on both sides. I know you can solve x minus 2 equals 0. And just writing x equals 2, that's fine. These were the 3 main steps I needed to see. And then you would hit submit, and yes. Okay.